Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook for the week. Gaurang Shah here from Jujit Financial Services. And as we get back to the trade this Monday morning, post the weekend horror of whatever has happened in the Middle East with respect to the attack on Israel by Hamas led by Hezbollah, and of course the geopolitical situation unfolding has led to commodity prices and precious metal prices moving up overnight. Crude oil prices shot up almost about 3.5 to 4%, and so was the reaction on the precious metal, that is gold and silver. To give you certain levels on the market this Monday morning, as at around about 10:30 when I speak to all of you, markets have recovered from the initial lows that we saw on fallback of whatever has happened in the Middle East between Palestine and Israel. To give you certain levels on the Sensex, Nifty Bank, rupee dollar and crude oil. Well, the Sensex is trading 270 points down. 65,730 is the level on Sensex. And mind you, when the trade opened up this Monday morning, we were almost more than 500 points down. So we've recovered more than half grounds. On the Nifty, 80 points down, 19,570 is the level on Nifty spot, that is. Nifty Bank down 320 points, 44,040 is the level on Nifty Bank. And on the rupee dollar equation, absolutely flat, nothing, no major moves as I speak to you. 83.23 rupees to a dollar is the level on the currency front. And of course, on the Brent and NYMEX, I mentioned, jump of almost about 3.5 to 4%. Brent is trading at about $87.70 to a barrel, and NYMEX is trading at about $86.10 to a barrel. Uh, the whenever these kind of situations evolve, especially in the Middle East, friends, the problem is one cannot have any kind of judgment or view in terms of which direction it is going to go. That's point number one. Point number two, whether if there is any escalation and the fallout of that escalation, if it leads to any kind of disruption in global supply pipelines. Not that there is any meaningful global pipeline going through the current area of geopolitical tension between Israel and Palestine, but in case if the escalation has to spread over there, and if there is any meaningful disruption to the global energy or crude oil supply pipelines, then possibility of more up moves on the crude oil prices is expected. But as of now, it is just a concern. It remains to be seen how the situation develops in the next couple of days. This may also lead to a higher level of precious metal prices, that is gold and silver. To coming back on the markets at our end, well, from Wednesday onwards, we will see a curtain raiser for the second quarter earnings this financial year, with TCS making its first move, and then the rest will follow over the next couple of days and weeks. Our view at Geojit in terms of earnings is that banking and finance will do well. Mind you, over the last couple of days, most of the NBFCs and banks have given out their second quarter deposit, advance, and CASA ratio numbers, and they have been extremely strong. Along with that, friends, most of the banks and NBFCs have come to the market to raise funds, indicating that they expect the credit demand and loan book growth to be very strong. So our view is that for this quarter again, NBFCs, both strong NBFCs as well as diversified NBFCs and microfinance companies will do well. And along with that, public sector banks and private banks. Strong public sector banks and strong private banks will report a very decent set of numbers. So banking sector is going to be in focus. Autos, FMCG would be the other one. Uh, Defense related sector in fallback of order book growth, and of course what has happened in the Middle East, Palestine and Israel. will, I guess, our guess is that defense sector will be in focus. To give you a level, last from August onwards up until last week, we've been all over the place. Beginning of August and end of August, we saw a range bound trade. Then, of course, we broke out from that higher end and we made an all-time high of 20,200 somewhere around 14th or 15th of September. From 18th of September, we started slipping down. And the lowest level that we saw last week was 19,350 approximately on 4th of October or thereabouts. And now this morning again, because of the news flow, we've seen a lower level, but not close to where we were last week. So we've been all over the place. Our sense is that second quarter earnings will give a little bit of direction and wind to the market, depending sector and company specific. And more importantly, I think the news flow on the geopolitical front will possibly give directions to the global markets. So we'll have to wait and watch as to what has been witnessed in the history. Whenever such kind of geopolitical situation have come up and the markets have reacted on the downside, and if you have a risk appetite and if you have the confidence and courage to go and pick certain investment ideas, then it has been a very rewarding one, because markets have recovered from those initial downward move on fallback of the geopolitical issue. So it's a great investment opportunity. Trading wise, can't really comment, because now it will depend upon what the news flow is. So one needs to be a little bit careful and cautious as far as short to medium term trading activity is concerned. Every time when we interact with you all, we give you, and if you recollect, of course, last week, Monday, we did not have an interaction because of a holiday. But the week before that, that means about 2 weeks back when we were interacting, we gave you a view that expect a correction in the market. And from elevated levels, we have corrected quite a bit. More or less, this pain and done and dusted. Possibly, we'll try to find some kind of base and ground and move upwards. And like every time when we interact, we give you two investment ideas from a long-term point of view on the fundamental side. First one is from a microfinance company, AU Small Finance Bank. This is again on fallback of what we mentioned, loan book growth, small ticket size loans. The principal of the run rate of principal and interest coming back is almost 90-95% plus for microfinance companies and small finance companies. So AU Small Finance Bank is the first one. Second one is from a pharma pack. After a long time, we are discussing pharmaceutical sector, and the name is Cipla. Cipla has been in news flows for various reasons. The promoter stake sale, two incumbents trying to compete each other and outsmart each other in terms of offering. But more importantly, I think on the earnings front and the outlook of business, this particular company, Cipla, looks very, very attractive. Mind you, friends, these are long-term investment ideas, so you need to have 1.5 year plus kind of time horizon. Try to nibble into it and add to it on correction will be the best approach. Thank you very much for your patience hearing, and I'll see you again next week. Till then, please do take care of yourself. Bye-bye.